In the swirling corridors of British politics, where intrigue and ambition dance an endless waltz, few moments capture the public imagination as completely as a scandal. The name Keir Starmer, synonymous with Labour's attempt to revive itself from the ashes of electoral defeats, now finds itself mired in controversy. Isabel Oakeshott, a journalist with a knack for unearthing political secrets, has unveiled a shocking revelation that has left Westminster reeling. The details, dripping with betrayal and high-stakes drama, threaten not just Starmer's leadership but the very foundations of his party's credibility. The saga began innocuously, with whispers of unease within Labour's ranks. Starmer's tenure, while steady in some respects, has not been without its critics. Accusations of being too cautious, too centrist, or even too removed from the grassroots have long simmered beneath the surface. Yet no one could have predicted the explosive allegations that Oakeshott brought to light. In a series of meticulously detailed reports, she painted a picture of internal scheming and questionable decisions that have rocked the party to its core. Oakeshott's exposé focused on allegations of mismanagement and duplicity within Labour's leadership. Documents and recordings, purportedly leaked from senior party insiders, suggest that Starmer and his closest allies may have manipulated key decisions to consolidate power. These allegations include undermining internal democracy, sidelining dissenting voices, and even suppressing reports that were politically inconvenient. For a party that prides itself on championing fairness and transparency, these claims are particularly damning. As the revelations unfolded, the reaction from within Labour was swift and deeply divided. Some MPs rallied around Starmer, arguing that the leaks were a politically motivated attempt to destabilize the party just as it was gaining momentum. Others, however, saw the exposé as a vindication of long-held concerns about Starmer's leadership style. The fissures within the party, previously papered over in the name of unity, were now on full display for the nation to see. The media frenzy surrounding the scandal was inevitable. Headlines screamed of betrayal and intrigue, while commentators dissected every word and gesture from Starmer and his allies. For Oakeshott, the moment was a career-defining one. Known for her incisive reporting and fearless pursuit of the truth, she had once again proven her ability to shake the political establishment to its core. Yet her methods and motivations also came under scrutiny. Critics accused her of bias, suggesting that her exposé was less about holding power to account and more about furthering her own agenda. In the days following the revelations, Starmer's response was measured but firm. He categorically denied the allegations, dismissing them as baseless and politically motivated. In a press conference that was as much about damage control as it was about setting the record straight, he vowed to fight on and focus on the issues that mattered to the British public. However, his attempts to steer the narrative were hampered by the relentless scrutiny and a growing sense of unease within his own ranks. The public reaction to the scandal was a mixed bag. For some, the allegations reinforced existing doubts about Starmer's ability to lead. For others, they were a distraction from the broader issues facing the country. Polls indicated a slight dip in Labour's support, but the long-term impact on the party's fortunes remained uncertain. What was clear, however, was that Starmer's leadership would never be the same. The allegations, regardless of their veracity, had planted seeds of doubt that would be difficult to uproot. As the dust began to settle, attention turned to the implications of the scandal for Labour's future. The party, already grappling with the challenges of rebuilding after years of electoral decline, now faced the prospect of a prolonged internal battle. Calls for Starmer to step aside grew louder, with some MPs openly discussing the need for fresh leadership. Others argued that unity was paramount, and that the party could ill afford to be consumed by infighting at such a critical juncture. For Oakeshott, the fallout from the exposé was equally significant. While she was hailed by some as a fearless journalist who had uncovered the truth, she also faced criticism from those who questioned her motives and methods. The debate over her role in the scandal highlighted the complex and often contentious relationship between the media and politics in the UK. It also underscored the power of journalism to shape the political landscape, for better or worse. The scandal also raised broader questions about the state of British politics. For a public already weary of political drama and disillusioned with the establishment, the political landscape can be unpredictable, with moments of apparent strength often followed by instances of vulnerability. Such a moment seemed to unfold when Sir Keir Starmer, the leader of the Labour Party in the UK, found himself at the centre of a political storm. The trigger was Isabel Oakeshott, a well-known journalist with a reputation for exposing political secrets. Her revelations sent shockwaves through the political establishment and ignited a media frenzy that left Starmer grappling with the fallout. The controversy began when Oakeshott released details that, according to her, shed light on inconsistencies and questionable decisions linked to Starmer's leadership. While specifics of the revelations continue to be debated, their immediate impact was undeniable. For Starmer, who has worked meticulously to rebuild Labour's image and distance the party from the controversies of its recent past, the timing of these allegations could not have been worse. Labour, poised to capitalize on a weakened Conservative government grappling with economic challenges and internal divisions, now faced an internal crisis that threatened to derail its momentum. Oakeshott's claims, delivered with the precision of a seasoned investigative journalist, were accompanied by what she described as irrefutable evidence. The nature of these disclosures struck at the heart of Starmer's carefully curated public persona. Known for presenting himself as a principled, measured leader, Starmer suddenly found himself accused of the very type of political maneuvering and opacity he is often criticized in others. Oakeshott's exposé, amplified by a hungry media, painted a picture of a leader who may have been more embroiled in internal party politics than previously understood. In the wake of the revelations, political opponents were quick to seize the opportunity to undermine Starmer. The Conservatives, facing their own credibility issues, framed the situation as evidence that Labour could not be trusted to lead the country. Meanwhile, some factions within Labour began voicing concerns over Starmer's ability to weather the storm. For a leader who had worked tirelessly to unify the party, the dissent was a sobering reminder of the fragility of political alliances. The reaction from the public was mixed, but intense. For many, Oakeshott's track record lent credibility to her claims. She had previously exposed major political scandals, earning both accolades and criticism for her work. Supporters of Starmer, however, dismissed her revelations as a politically motivated attack, designed to weaken Labour at a critical juncture. Social media platforms became battlegrounds, with hashtags related to the scandal trending for days as supporters and critics clashed over the implications of the story. Amidst the chaos, Starmer's response was critical. Opting for a strategy of cautious denial, he refuted the allegations while calling for a focus on the broader issues facing the country. In carefully worded statements, he emphasized Labour's commitment to addressing the cost of living crisis, reforming public services, and restoring trust in government. Yet, the lingering shadow of Oakeshott's claims made it difficult for these messages to gain traction. Each public appearance was overshadowed by questions about the revelations, forcing Starmer into a defensive posture. For Oakeshott, the fallout was both predictable and intense. Her revelations drew admiration from those who value journalistic integrity and fearless reporting, but also criticism from those who accused her of sensationalism. The journalist herself maintained that her work was in the public interest, arguing that political leaders should be held accountable, regardless of their party affiliation. The debate over her role in shaping the narrative around Starmer highlighted the broader tension between journalism's watchdog function and the potential for media to influence political outcomes. The unfolding drama also raised questions about the ethical boundaries of political journalism. While some praised Oakeshott for her courage in exposing the alleged misconduct, others argued that the timing and method of her revelations suggested a personal or political agenda. These critiques, however, did little to diminish the immediate impact of her work. For better or worse, the narrative she introduced had taken hold, and its repercussions were being felt across the political spectrum. As days turned into weeks, the Labour Party faced an uphill battle to regain control of the narrative. Starmer, though visibly shaken by the intensity of the media coverage, sought to project resilience. Behind the scenes, however, reports suggested a flurry of activity as his team worked to contain the damage and rebuild public trust. Internal meetings focused on strategy and messaging underscored the gravity of the situation.